Yo, what's up, guys? It's Persistence. And before I go ahead and, tell you my thoughts on DPSing and whatnot, quick shout out to Unstoppable Grip. His YouTube channel will be in the description down below. He's a really funny dude. He's a gadgets troll slash DPS, and he actually plays his role more than his DPS. So he's not like these fucking DPSs that just DPS all the time. Cough, cough, memories, and a left G. So yeah, his YouTube channel will be in the description down below. Check him out if you like his content. Cool, stay subscribed. But yeah, let's get into it. So to begin with, I uploaded this Ice DPS loadout video, and I saw in the comments a lot of people were like, "What's the better DPS power, Ice or Earth?" And then they'll be like, "What's the better DPS power, Mental or Gadgets, or Ice?" And then they'll be like, "Mental or Nature?" That's like electricity or nature. I'm like, bruh, like celestial or earth. I'm like, dude. So my reaction to that is, and I'm sorry, like I'm gonna be telling you the truth. If you don't like what I'm about to say, you can't please everybody. I don't care. But the truth is that if you're a bad DPS, you're just a bad DPS. Or if you're not a good DPS, you're not a good DPS. If you're a decent DPS, you're a decent DPS. If you're above average DPS, you're above average DPS, and you're going to be on the scoreboards more than others. And there's a lot of factors that play into it. Are you doing pickups? When somebody's going down next to you, are you DPSing over their bodies just to out DPS them? You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I just want to say that there's a lot of factors that play into it. But my first reaction is all those powers are really good. Like Earth, Sorcery, Mental, Gadgets, Ice. What else? Yeah, Ice. I said that shit. Fire is decent. Fire is good. But munitions. Yes, that's what I want to talk about. Munitions. All right, let me give you an example here. So I did a KCT run like recently, like about 4 days ago. I'll probably upload the video someday. I don't know. I just don't want to upload it because, it seems like I'm trying to, roast the second DPS because he got like fucking 6 mil and he was fucking munitions, which is really, really sad. And, I'm about to tell you guys that no matter what power you are, if you don't know what you're doing, or if you're just not a good DPS, you're not going to be top DPS. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just being blunt here. That's the truth. All right. So let's say that's your munitions and you're in KCT. You know what I'm saying? If you're using big gun on the ads, if you know what you're doing, you keep on fucking doing your rotation, you don't mess up and everything like that, you're a good DPS. Like you're gonna be at least second on the scoreboard. Like if you're using big gun like how you're supposed to in KCT. Like trust me, munitions is really retarded in KCT. So the other day I was on my 174 Gadgets DPS and I had like 5 mods in. Not that stats matter. And let me tell you, I had like 13.5k or something might on that tune because I was actually spec precision because I switched from hard light, and I just switched the gadgets and I was like, all right, fuck this. Let me just spec in these power points real quick and then let me go into KCT and test out damage, right? And then we had another DPS. He was once. I just want to focus on the munitions DPS because it was just crazy. Like what I seen was just like, bro, I have to make the video after that shit. You know what I mean? He was a 175 munitions DPS, and he had all might mods, like big gun, everything, and he wasn't using big gun. No, I think he had critical instincts. I don't know. I think he had big gun though in his head mod, but he did not use a fucking single big gun. And the dude was just terrible. He was terrible. He was awful. I might upload it. I had like 15 mil damage out, and we did the run in like 14 minutes. And usually I do it around 10 minutes when there's a bunch of good DPSs, right? But yeah, the second DPS, the munitions DPS, he had like 9 mil damage out. I had like 15 mil, and then the other DPSs were all the way in Africa, like they were nowhere to be found. All right. But the point that I'm trying to make is that no matter what power you are, if you're not a good DPS, you're just not a good fucking DPS. All right. Like if you're saying what's a better DPS power, mental or gadgets, and your gadgets. If I say gadgets and you go gadgets and you use battle display in your loadout, and then there's a mental DPS in the raid, and you're like, wait, what? You lied to me. Gadgets is not the top DPS power. I'm like, dude, you're not using the right loadout. Plus, even if you use the right loadout and you're not a good DPS, you're just not a good DPS. And if the other DPS is better, if the other DPS is a better DPS, he's gonna be on top, no matter which power is top, because both of the powers are really good. It's just that which one does slightly more damage. You know what I mean? So if you're not like popping stealth or invisibility, like, you know, if your gadgets are mental, for mental invisibility, and for gadgets stealth, if you're not popping that before the boss fights so you can, you know, get off more EMPs and whatnot, if you're not doing those kind of things, those little things, you're not gonna make it to the top, because you're just not a good DPS, and you can't think straight. I'm just being blunt here. If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like what I'm saying, all right? So, you know, when people ask me, like, what's the better DPS power, it's kind of hard to respond to those kind of questions, man. It's like, cause all the powers they name are really, really good. And if I say a certain power, they're gonna get their shit smacked, and they're gonna come back to me and be like, yo, this power is the top DPS power. Or no, 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 no. Here's a good one. So this guy, I told him to go mental, because I thought that mental was a better DPS than earth, right? Because it's from my experiences. I do really well with mental than earth. I hate fucking earth. I don't like using my weapon as a DPS. At least as if now, because it's, you know, it's all advanced mechanics and whatnot. Oh damn, what the fuck, this cat distracted the shit out of me. What the fuck is she doing? Fuck out of here. But you know, I told him mental, and then he went mental, and of course he got his shit smacked by ice DPSs, by fucking what, gadgets DPSs, by other mental DPSs. And then he was like, yo, mental's not the top DPS power. So then he went ahead and asked, you know, what's the better DPS power, ice or mental? And I'm like, didn't I tell you mental? I like mental better, right? I mean, the bottom line is, the powers that people name are really OP. It's just that they're trying to find the powers that are like really, really just you know, slightly better than the power that than the other powers that they name. But the fact of the matter is that if they're not a good DPS, they're not a good DPS. Like, if you're not a good DPS, you're not a good DPS, and of course you're not gonna be top. All right, that's all I have to say, man. Hopefully I got my point across first and foremost. But like I said, Unstoppable Grips YouTube channel will be in the description down below. If you like his videos, stay subscribed and, you know, help him out. Really cool dude, good friend of mine. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.